COVID-19 is here to stay, unfortunately. That's the message from the CDC as it makes changes to its recommendations for keeping safe. The agency is scaling back the urgency for social distancing and quarantining after exposure. CBS 17's Mariah Ellis explains more.
The Centers for Disease and Control loosened COVID-19 recommendations Thursday, dropping quarantine, screening, and social distance guidelines. The CDC says people no longer need to stay 6 feet apart, and people who have been exposed to the virus no longer need to quarantine.
I feel like at some point things are just going to have to come back to normal.
Rashawn DeBerry, who was working on his car outside a Raleigh gas station, says it comes with a feeling of relief. Others like Erica Garside say they agree.
A lot of things change, and now to get back and be out and be able to be out and not be scared to interact with people and start having a chance with your friends and your family, that's what I'm happy to get back to.
CDC officials say the changes are due to the nearly 95% of Americans 16 years and older who have some level of immunity since the pandemic started 2.5 years ago. And with more vaccinations, boosters, and treatments, there is an added level of protection.
Do you feel safer? Do people feel safer in general?
I think so, yeah.
The not knowing, I think, is what scared a lot of people, not knowing how you could get it or what would happen if you did get it.
The CDC says new daily COVID-19 cases over the summer have stayed steady. New cases in North Carolina dropped 10% last week, but COVID particles in wastewater went up 14% during the same time frame from July 31st to August 6th.
I still take safety precautions, and I got kids, and I recommend that for everybody. Me personally and some of my family, we've lost family members to COVID, so it's always going to be a mark.
DeBerry says it doesn't mean the pandemic is over, and it's the reason he still plans to take precautions.
That was Mariah Ellis reporting for us. Now, the CDC still recommends you isolate for 5 days if you test positive for COVID-19. But instead of wearing a mask around 5 more days, you should do a home test on day 6 and day 8. If you're negative and have no symptoms or your symptoms are improving, you can then stop wearing a mask around other people.